Sounds good. In our next matchup, we have the number 6 Baltimore Ravens against the number 3 Cincinnati Bengals. This one, if Lamar Jackson is healthy, it's a completely different game. This is a different prediction. But kind of looking at where things stand right now, he's not really fully recovered from that PCL injury. Even Tyler Huntley, his backup, is fighting shoulder and wrist injuries, and they're at their number 3 quarterback, Anthony Brown, and it's like I just I can try to analytically deep dive into this team, but they're kind of coming in. They're a very good rushing team. In the past, they're near the bottom just based on Lamar Jackson, the makeup of their offense. Kind of running back heavy, but coming in kind of not really winning a lot of games. Been very below average 10 this season here. I think they're on a 2-game losing streak, and kind of looking across from them, you got a team that's got a 96-point scoring differential in the Cincinnati Bengals. They're an elite passing offense. They're top 5 rush D, and they essentially got a bye week against the Buffalo Bills when Damar Hamlin went down. So it's like they're on an 8-game winning streak right now. They're well rested. Joe Burrow, he's dovetailing everything he did last season into this one. I mean, he's a legitimate top 5 quarterback in this game. The receiving core is out of this world, and I just feel like that team, even in the Damar Hamlin situation, probably came together even closer, having experienced the exact same thing as the Bills. It just wasn't their teammates. So I feel like at home, I see this one being very lopsided one side, and see the Bengals moving on pretty easily here.
Yeah, no, I 100% agree. And I'm looking at, I guess, the line here. It's like -6.5, and I would be paying attention to that if Lamar is not ready to go, and even if he is, quite honestly. But if he's not ready to go, I'm going to take that. It's definitely, I feel like it's going to be a blowout if there's no Lamar Jackson here. So, this Bengals team is playing hot. They are one of the hottest teams out there. So, and you're going against the Ravens team that's just beaten up, having their best player out. Just has had an up and down season, not having much momentum heading into the postseason. So I think even with Lamar Jackson, this game is the Bengals anyways. So
yeah, that was going to be my question to you, is like, what happens if Lamar Jackson suits up and he comes in like Shane Falco out of nowhere? It's like, I just again, Bengals top 5 rush D. They've been on it all year, and I think blow for blow they can go with them offensively. So yeah, I just don't see this as being much of a contest, but I think we're pretty settled there.
Yeah. And one more thing is that it's like, even, like going back to the whole idea with Lamar Jackson, even if he does show up to the playoffs, he's kind of stunk it up in the playoffs and everything. So I think he has like a 60 quarterback rating. So, which is like the worst, I think, out of if you've started at least, a couple playoff games. So even if he does show up, it's not looking good, I think. Especially against a hot Bengals team.
Yeah, maybe this is a debate for another day, but kind of looking at a guy like Deshaun Watson too. I mean, similar type of skill set as Lamar. Lamar's probably more of an elite runner, but it's like just gauging, whether or not a rushing style quarterback can translate into victories, can translate into playoff victories in that sense. And like, we love the offensive production, we love what we see on the field, but you kind of have to have a little mix of both to I feel like take that next step as a quarterback in this game.